very, very sketchy details reaching us here at Sky Centre. Important enough to bring to you, though, at this early stage. We believe that a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center.
Clear blue skies. New York wakes up. Everything feels ordinary, and for now, offices filled with life, work begins. Coffee cups and computers on. Routine continues. A plane changes course, silence inside. Something is wrong, very wrong. A shadow races forward, too fast. The tower stands ahead, unaware. Impact, fire erupts. Steel breaks, screams rise. People look up, confused. Smoke fills the sky. Sirens scream. Fear spreads fast.
Shocking videotape I've ever seen.
What are the odds of two separate planes hitting both towers?
It is completely impossible to understand why this is happening and to figure out what in the world is going on.
We heard a big bang, and then we saw smoke coming out, and everybody started running out, and we saw the plane on the other side of the building, and there was smoke everywhere, and people are jumping out the windows. Over there, they're jumping out the windows, I guess because they're trying to save themselves. I don't know.
It blew up, a big explosion, people started running, it was just chaos everywhere. People jumping out, people just kept jumping and jumping and jumping.
I'll talk about it later.
Thank you all.
And now you have to move from talk about a possible accident to talk about something deliberate.
Let's go to President Bush right now.
Two airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack on our country. I have spoken to the Vice President, to the Governor of New York, to the Director of the FBI, and have ordered that the full resources of the federal government go to help the victims and their families, and to conduct a full-scale investigation to hunt down and to find those folks who committed this act. Terrorism against our nation will not stand. And now, if you join me in a moment of silence.
Another plane appears on too low. Cameras roll. The world watches. A second explosion. Pure horror. America is under attack. Firefighters run in without fear. Heroes answer the call. Many will not return.
We've forgotten somewhat to remind people that there was the crash of another plane, a fourth plane outside Pittsburgh, about 80 miles from Pittsburgh, and we don't have video of that story at the moment. That's the fourth prong in this terrorist attack on U.S. soil.
We want to just repeat those airline numbers, which is extremely upsetting news for people who had loved ones on these flights, but we want to give you that information. The 4 aircraft involved.
We described to you the possibility of that North Tower collapsing. About 5 minutes after we went off the air, it did collapse. Once again, we have no idea at this point the loss of life. I can only tell you there were hundreds of emergency workers down there about 5 or 6 blocks. In the first few minutes, emergency workers were trying just basically to get out of there, to survive. You could see that written in their faces. The situation was so desperate, they just wanted to get out of there.
Smoke everywhere, no escape. Windows break, hope fades. Lives hang in balance.
33 minutes after the second strike on the World Trade Center, Flight 77 is circling just west of Washington, D.C. It's spotted by a National Guard pilot who's flying a mission over the city.
Gopher 06, traffic is 11 o'clock and 5 miles northbound, fast moving, type and altitude unknown.
Looks like a 757, sir.
A 757, can you estimate his altitude?
Looks like he's at low altitude right now, sir.
Another strike, another target. The Pentagon burns. Boom.
Jim Miklaszewski has some new information at the Pentagon. I hope you'll stand by and continue to talk with us. Mick?
Katie, I don't want to alarm anybody right now, but apparently it felt just a few moments ago like there was an explosion of some kind here at the Pentagon.
Passengers learn the truth. Fear turns into courage. The plane goes down, away from cities. A sacrifice made. The tower begins to fall. Unthinkable collapse. Dust swallows the sky. Moments later, the second tower. New York disappears in dust. Rubble everywhere. Voices gone. Rescue turns to recovery. A city in shock.
Hundreds of emergency workers down there, about 5 or 6 blocks. In the first few minutes, emergency workers were trying just basically to get out of there, to survive. You could see that written in their faces. The situation was so desperate, they just wanted to get out of there.
Smoke lingers, days pass. Hope fades slowly, time moves on, memories stay.